Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are doing What If Kurama was a girl/female part 1. And I was just about to say Naruto as I literally just finished that What If, and it's now, well, YouTube's doing its thing. I think it's comparison ratio on that, so yeah. Anyway, so I just started uploading. We're doing this, which is of course part 1, so it means it's a new What If. And I did want to, well, I was curious to see if anyone else had done this, and to my knowledge that I've looked, mind you, I didn't really look that far, I just looked at the top couple of searches, probably top 10 searches, to see if there were any, and there wasn't. So please tell me about what. Well, yeah, I'll just leave in the comments down below if that is anyone that has done a Kurama What if Kurama was a girl. So how would this change the storyline first? Well, I think probably after Kurama being after I think the male Kurama, the canon Kurama probably was put into probably 3 girls. He probably kind of just didn't really care. Well, he wasn't happy in the first place. So I think well, he was probably more angry and grew more and more angrier with each passing Tsuzuki. That is, Tsuzuki was female. Because up until Naruto, he was probably a bit happy that he was a boy, but that happened, that slight happiness he probably felt vanished because he was a baby. Of course, we know that person as Naruto. This time, of course, Kurama's going to be female, so I would believe that Kurama won't really be. I think you'd probably have a little bit. You would have slightly less anger when it comes to being she wouldn't be that happy, being sort of in a baby boy, but of course then she would feel something red come across. Of course, I would probably say most parents, first time parents, and maybe even uncles, first time uncles may also feel this if they're got a baby sister or baby brother, or even a niece niece or living in the same house, but more so probably baby brother or sister. That, of course, for the parents, for the mum, they're going to feel a maternal instinct, and maybe the dad, I don't know, which is the want to protect and see that do whatever you can in your power to make sure your child survives, pretty much. Because for if that is your younger brother or sister, you are going to want to protect her still, or want to protect him, her. Like for me, I grew up with 2 nieces, even though I don't really get along with one, but I do get along with my youngest one, which is kind of reflective of how we grew up. But anyway, that's a story for a different time. It's another story for a completely different time. But yeah, and because the male Kurama probably didn't really feel anything towards Naruto besides some hatred. This one would want to try would probably quite quickly not quite quickly, probably when Naruto is maybe 4 or 5 years old, finally gets her presence known to Naruto. Mind you, we're not starting like that, I'm just laying up with him. So when Naruto's 4 or 5 years old, Naruto finally finds out that yes, he's got a fox inside of him. Anyway, like, so this would also mean that there's now two toad beasts that are female, because I think the only one that is female in the canon is Matatabi. She'd probably still be. She may still have anger and that, but you're probably watching a baby boy grow up is going to probably will have hatred for everyone except for that baby boy or baby. If you know, change almost any person, watching a baby, watching, a child from birth, and yeah. I don't know. Tell me in the comments down below if Kurama would fill any guild, and also would Kurama's name still be Kurama? Being a cow now, would it be different or would it be the same? I don't know. You guys tell me down below. And yeah, I literally had this idea, I think, a minute or two before I started. No, at least I think 5 or 10 minutes before I actually started recording the first wife. Not the first wife. Part 10 of what Naruto was again / film now. So yeah. So of course we have to go all the way back to when Kurama was first born. So, or born, created, I'd say born, because it makes more sense to me than born. So when Kurama and the other toad beasts are born, of course Kurama is female this time and still has got more power than any other toad beast. And would maybe get along, would definitely get along with Matatabi. Being, two girls, I think girls probably get along a lot better than boys do. Or at least in my experience, they seem to. Yes. Anyway. So, like Matatabi, when Matatabi and Kurama they probably do hang around each other a bit. Not a lot, but a bit, because I don't really know. They may all still hang around each other until, they get released from, they say 6 Paths, I can't remember his name, just to say 6 Paths. And, yeah, so, of course, she's kind of, she's more or less sad, like in canon, like Kurama is in canon, but maybe that is more willing to show it. And he says there'll be one day a boy that'll be able to name all 9 toad beasts, and this person will have blonde hair and blue eyes. And yeah, rich. And he would look towards Kurama, and Kurama would have in his head, what does he mean by that? Why is he looking at me? Why did he look at me when he said that? Why did he? Would be puzzled for probably a decent millennia, good 100 years or so. I think millennia is 1,000 years. I don't know. Yeah. Well, no, I don't know. I'm not sure. So yeah. And now we jump to just before the mind has stack. Well, no, we can't even jump then. So when the fight on the whatever it's called, I can't remember. I really need to rewatch. I think all of Naruto, don't I? I think I need to before continue. Well, not before continuing, because that would definitely take me a while. But yeah. Yeah. So yeah, in the fight for the bit, well, for the village. Well, I don't know why I said bit. For the village. I can't remember their names, but I know one person takes over Kurama, and this one Kurama, of course, of course, doesn't like the Uchihas, and would love to see them be destroyed. And, after the first Hokage win, and the first Hokage would say, you're too powerful, Kurama, you need to be sealed to make sure you don't fall into the wrong hands again. And so he's then sealed within, she's sealed within the first Hokage's wife. And stuff happen, and then it goes up to, Kurama has probably seen, Kurama more or less has seen baths and that, so, yeah. So, I think Kurama would probably, anytime there'd be a new bath, would want to know what the colour of the eyes and hair are, because, would try and still want to understand what did the Sage of Six Paths mean by that. And of course, then passes on to then Kurama, and he goes, third time the charm, maybe? I don't really know how many times he has seen baths, but yeah, let's go with 3. I don't know why, but 3, so. And of course, Kurama doesn't realise that some of her chakra is, going into the child, and realising that should then realise that it's going to affect the child also, or the fetus. Well, yeah, the fetus, the child. And the child would grow viscous, so just like Lucia, so she thinks, could this be the one? This is Six Paths did stare at me when he said that, and I think that's why he was indicating that, that person will be your Jinchuriki. Maybe he was saying that, and trying to tell me, you will be the first one to see that boy, or that person, not boy, person, because she doesn't know people yet. And, well, yeah, so then as Naruto develops, of course, Naruto takes on more chakra and grows the whiskers, which is how mom would be. So if the others have had children with Kurama being sealed inside of them, is then, why haven't they also got the facial features of the Nine Tails, like the thing? So then does that mean that Naruto is a very rare exception, that Naruto is more tailed beast than half tailed, half human, half tailed beast? I think that would probably do half and half, or 20, well, yeah, say half and half. And we don't realise, this baby, it's half tailed beast. How can this be possible? It's like half dead beast. Mind you, it would probably, well, get that, the baby's half dead beast and half human. It's like, mind you, like, this could be like, this baby's gonna be insanely strong. And Naruto is born how he is in canon, and everything else kind of happens. Yeah. And mind you, after being freed, she does just out of pure rage go to, go and almost kill Naruto. And the fourth Hokage and Kushina stop for her from doing that until her revenge side of the baby Naruto. And then, and then, like, after that happens, and once she's kind of calmed down a bit, she then actually realizes the glimpse that she can remember this is the son she has killed him. She's now crying a bit, like, just, oh my god, no, and then she is like, oh my god, now, this child doesn't even have parents. Yeah. This girl is more on the, yes, more caring, but also doesn't really like anyone else besides from the person that was meant to be the true successor of the six paths. So I think that's how Naruto is. Naruto isn't a prodigy or that. Naruto is just the successor to the Sage of Six Paths. That's what Naruto is. And she goes, so that's what the old man was on about. This boy, why did it have to be a boy? Is the successor of the Sage of Six Paths. That's why, that's why he says, that's why he said all nine would be able to name all nine-tailed beasts. That makes sense now. He's the successor of the Sage of Six Paths. He may not have to have his eyes, but he'll be the successor. And, we'd try up until wouldn't, give up. It was just one day, I think some billies were, well, not billies, because I don't think Naruto really ever got bullied. I think he just got made fun of. So yeah, one day, Naruto just had enough. And this was, the day like Kushina said about that, one day maybe Naruto just got fed up of crying and decided to do something about it, which, well, is that day, which is 5 years old. Well, we don't really know, but I'm assuming it's 5 years old. And, well, and this will be when he saves Hinata. Because, he's looking for at least, he's looking for someone. Or he's just, going around. And this is when, he finally steps up, and even though, he saves Hinata from getting beaten up, yeah, Hinata's still gonna have the crush on Naruto. And, Naruto does walk off, because Hinata would have just probably ran off from shyness and that, and knowing she's not meant to talk to this person. And of course Naruto would go, just like the others don't really want to talk to me. Why don't the kids want to talk to me? And he would go back to his house, and that's when, he'd hear a kid. Hey, kid, can you hear me? Naruto, can you hear me? So, what? Who's that? Who's calling my name? Then, Kuro would just go, finally, got through after 5 years of seeing. After 5 years, I managed to make contact with you. After what, 5 years? Well, who are you? Start to panic a bit. And go, whoa, calm down, don't worry. I'm not here to hurt you. I don't really like anyone else. You're an exception. Let's put it that way. You're an exception. Why? I've seen those people make fun of you. I'm inside of you. Close your eyes and I'm just going to a meditated stance, and you should be able to then see me. Okay, and he, does that, and then sees a huge cage. Says, and then sees, sitting there, a huge beast who was not that Kurama. Is that you? And she nodded her head. Yes. Yes, you're really the first one I'm talking to. And yeah. But go to explain some about. No, I won't go into detail about this. And yeah, the day you was born, I was sealed inside of you. I know about the 9 toes you're talking about, but yeah, that was caused by you. Well, it was caused by an Uchiha. I hate Uchiha so much, I want to kill them. So an Uchiha controlled me, and well, I got angry, and well, you're special. I've been looking for you for quite some time now, Naruto. And well, I almost killed you, your parents. The fourth Hokage. Well, the fourth clan, known as Minato Namikaze, the yellow flash of the leaf, and Kushina Uzumaki, well, saved you. So, my dad is the fourth Hokage, yes. Your dad is the fourth Hokage. And so that means you're, 25% Uzumaki and 25% Namikaze. Well, only 25%, but that'd be 50-50. So actually you can do basic maths, that's good. Well, you also, I've seen a lot of children being born over the years. So you're the fourth one I've been sealed within. Your mum, Kushina, was the third person. Or is Kushina the second and Naruto's the third? I don't know. Not sure. But, oh yeah, please tell me in the comments down below, guys. Well, yeah, Naruto would be excited, they saved you. I'm sorry that I killed your parents. I kind of got a rage, and you was just there, and I wanted to take it out on someone, and that someone was you. I'm sorry, and he's like, it's alright. Nobody really told me my parents aren't. The Hokage, the third Hokage was, I asked him about my parents, he said, and he hasn't told me. He said, "Oh, you'll find out within time, Naruto. You find out within time. Like, your parents had a lot of enemies, and stuff like that. At least I knew who they were. But and like I am happy now that I know who my parents are. I know who they were, and like Naruto's just happier at that moment, and Kurama feels like a sense of relief and happiness when I had like, what's this relief and happiness? What's this? I thought that piece of my mental feelings. I was just in that head, confused and that, and yeah, I've watched you since you was pretty much born. Yeah. And as I said, I've been waiting for you because there's a person named Sage of Six Paths. You may learn this later on in school, and the Sage of Six Paths, well, he foresaw a boy with yellow hair and blue eyes who would be able to name all nine-tailed beasts. That's you, Naruto. That's about you, and you looked at me like, he was indicating something to me, and I didn't really know what that was until I got sealed inside of you, ironically. I only found out once I was sealed inside of you. So, yes. And again, I'm sorry for killing you, but it's just like, it's alright, Don't keep saying, it's alright. Kurama, it's alright, it's alright. I'm happy, I at least know my parents, at least I now know who my parents are, and look at you, and it's probably not smart you telling you one that, you're the fourth guy or something, because for one, they may not believe you, and for another, anyone outside the village who is probably hunting for you is going to realise, and hear that and probably kidnap you. So it's smart if you keep that to telling no one at all. So that maybe, maybe once you become a Genin, tuning, you can start telling, your squad or that, who your mum and dad was and that. So, yeah. And, yeah. Okay, so I really had a mumble that, but fine, so maybe you could be a friend, maybe we could be friends. Hey, Kurama, because you seem lonely, so well, I guess but because, well, if you've been inside me, I've got no friends, so I guess I told you that anyway, so I hanged around one tailed beast from inside the Six Paths, and her name was called Matatabi. She was a two-tailed cat. Because I'm a fox with 9 tails. And yeah. And yeah, they keep on talking until it's pretty late, and then I was like, hey, I'm pretty sure it's pretty late out. You may want to get something to eat, have a bath if you do, and get to sleep. So oh yeah, and goes to sleep, wakes up the next day, And just immediately says that, and which I just go, it's too early now to go back to sleep. It's like, no, just come on, get up. And then it's like, fine, just lays there. And yeah, by that point Naruto even though it's only been a day, Naruto has already got the courage to go inside the cage and just sit there, and that's what he mostly does, like either after school or not, and he does attend school, he doesn't skip out, because that's the one thing that Kurama would tell him, don't skip out of school. School is important, Naruto, because then you can become the best Genin, and the best Genin. You become the best person, then be that Uchiha person, show him who's boss. And one thing I didn't say, I'm not really going to make Naruto overpowered. Not evil. There'll be a progression that will feel natural. I'll say that much. And yeah. So yeah. And I think I'm gonna end it here, guys. I don't know. And I'll go on for a bit longer. Now, of course, Kurama says, could always be your mum, because I would always be here, literally here for you. Whenever you need me, I'll be here. So, I'd rather you be my friend, but I guess so. And Kurama becomes the unofficial mother of Naruto. And she does make sure that Naruto doesn't really get picked on or that. That's one thing she doesn't really want. All that, she wants to protect Naruto. There's this, strong feeling of wanting to, protect him. And she's still trying to figure that out. Why? Why now with this? Yeah. Yeah, mind you. Of course, she does know some stuff. Well, Naruto does create one jutsu, which is still the sexy jutsu. He still ends up creating that, which, yeah. Then she thinks maybe that could be a way that maybe in her head, I know. Maybe there is a way that Naruto could become a girl naturally. Maybe. Then I can spite that. Maybe I can spite that old man then. That his successes and I get on into another boy. And then I go, why are you laughing? Nothing important, Naruto. Nothing important at all. Okay, if you say so. Anyway, you speak. I was like, no, I'm not in here. Oh, fine, and would go back to listening. And I need to be more careful. I need to be more careful. I can't laugh because I have to know that, if I dare laugh, now I'm just gonna come in. I need to be more careful. And yeah, then she realizes maybe we could start learning how to become level 1, him start using my chakra, maybe, but let's wait on that until he can, at least he's got, some, some chakra control. And that, because he's already got immense amount of chakra, so yeah, yeah. And, yeah, so, as, stuff goes on, he doesn't really do any plans because he's satisfied. And everyone kind of realizes that Naruto really has kind of stopped acting up in school and started being more mannered and hard. Even the Hokages realised that, and has probably paid it for visits Naruto a couple of times to see what's going on. And these, well, of course, Kurama would say, don't really tell anyone because, they may be scared that, they may be then scared and you may be sent away or that, so, lying to him. And yeah, that's what Naruto does, not really wanting to be sent away or that. So yeah. And Kushi, then one day Kurama goes, oh yeah, Naruto, there is a person that I believe is still alive. Last time I know he was still alive, and he's a kid last time I saw him. Who would that be? Well, his name is called Kakashi, or also known as Kakashi of the Sharingan. The ninja who's copied over 1,000 Jutsu. He goes by one of those names, I'm pretty sure it's Kakashi. And he was close to your dad. He was like your dad's unofficially adopted son, so I would probably talk to him if you wanted to know more about your dad, because I can tell you about your mum, but that's really all that I can tell you about is your mum. I can't really tell you much about your dad because I don't really know a lot about him, to be honest. So Naruto does end up seeking out Kakashi and trusting Kakashi enough that after a couple of days of trying to find Kakashi, he does, and he goes, are you Kakashi? He goes, yes I am, and in his eyes, that's Minato's boy, Minato Kushina must be so happy. I've been looking for you. I can't really tell you this in this place. There's too many people, and goes, oh, well, I want to ask you some questions if that's alright. And ask you about someone. Who could that be, he thinks. They go to another place where nobody really goes. And he goes, well, I haven't told anyone this, but do you know that I've got a toad beast inside of me? How did you know? No, I was meant to tell you, is that? So you do know, is that right? Yes, I do know, and so does the Vodaka. I thought so. You've been getting a lot away from me. Especially my parents. It's like, wait, do you know your parents have our thanks to the 9 tails? I do know. Thanks to... Yes, you didn't mean to kill my parents, apparently. She did it out of rage for the GM being controlled, which she really hates the Sharingan. She just wants it to know that. Okay, so what do you want to ask me about? Well, I can know who my mum was from Kurama, so who's Kurama? Oh, that's what the Nine Tails is called. Oh, okay. I didn't realise they had names. Well, all of them have names. They just nobody ever asks them and just calls them by how many tails they've got. Which, yeah. And they've just accepted that over the time. So, okay. So I'm guessing. So you want to know about your dad? Yeah, more about him. I know he's the fourth Hokage, Minato Namikaze, the yellow flash later, the yellow flash leaf. So you know that much at least. So yeah, well, as much as Kurama knows, which really ain't that a lot about me. Yeah. No, don't, have for talking, and does anyone else know that you talk with the Nine Towers? Because no one could cast him. I kind of want to keep it that way. Not in the third Hokage knows. I haven't told him because, well, he hasn't told me my parents. Why should I tell him this? I don't mean sent away or that. Or locked up. Or that. Well, you are just a child, so alright, and yeah, so Naruto and Kakashi, they do talk with one another, and yeah, because he does still talk with Kurama a lot, because why wouldn't he? Yeah. This is all I'm gonna end up because I'm starting to run out of ideas. So, yes. So, guys, if you type in the comments down below if you enjoyed, and also, guys, if you have enjoyed this, if you enjoyed this so much, and you want to see more just like this, subscribe, and I'll see you guys hopefully in the next part. Which I don't know, but I may make another part of this Friday. Shh, don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone, guys. But I may make a new part Friday. Shh. Bye, guys, and hope you guys have a good night sleep. Or I hope you guys have a good day or night. And a good